Alrighty, so in today's video, we're going to go over just how to redesign Etsy bestsellers to help you create amazing products. In specifically this video, we're going to cover, again, some AI tools and just design with me so you can see my process and how I believe it's really easy to find some best-selling products to redesign. If you're catching this live, thank you so much for catching this live. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the chat box. We'll be going over some Q&As as well. If you're watching this on the replay, thank you so much for joining me. Super excited that you are here with me, just learning and growing with me. And again, we're going to utilize some AI tools to help you, learn how to remix these designs, because I believe that selling on Etsy is very, helpful if you're trying to create a side hustle. But one of the things that I found to be a struggle for some people is knowing how to design products and then how to do Etsy SEO. And so we're going to cover those things today in our Creative Prompt AI tool. Again, I'll make sure to leave all the details down to this in my description box below. But the first thing I like to go and do, first of all, is go to our niche finder. This is going to be extremely helpful if you're having a tough time finding things to create, right? We need to make sure that we are creating things based upon top selling products, best selling products. And so one of the places I like to spend time is definitely going into Etsy and finding what is selling well. And the cool thing about that is that we can use those top designs as templates we can remix and design further. And so number one place to go is see what's selling on Etsy. So I like to head over to the t-shirt section here. And again, honestly, you can find, this is what I call like cross niching, right? You can find products that's selling in t-shirts that may not be visible on Tumblr wraps and sell there as well. And so I like to go and cross niche a lot, right? Because you never know what's selling well, right? You might find something that's selling well for Tumblr wraps and may not be visible on t-shirts and vice versa. So really, whatever you're selling, look at other product categories and see what they're doing, how they're making sales, and find creative ways to remix that for your product category. So again, thank y'all for checking me out live. If you have any questions, comments, make sure you put them in the chat because we'll definitely go over them. And so here's my niche finder. This is a part of my Creative Prompt AI tool as well. It just makes it really easy for you to find really, top selling products, best selling products currently on Etsy right now. And again, we're going to just cover over t-shirts. So we're going to click on this, and we have 100 niches for t-shirts. And to me, the reason why this is so powerful is because there are certain niches that are selling well, but if you don't know these micro niches to target, you might be missing out on sales. And so again, we cover 100 niches here to help you design further. And so I like going into hobby and interest because summertime, I think a lot of people are getting into their hobbies. One of the areas that we're going to go into is fishing. I think fishing is a great niche to get into, just not for Tumblr wraps. Could be great for t-shirts, and I think it's just an easy one to really to target. And so, one of the things we can do is go in here and find a shirt that's doing well, and we can go here and remix this further. Just to share with you real quick an example of this already that we kind of posted on our templates area, and we have over 800 templates growing every single day. But what sparked my curiosity was finding a t-shirt that resembled kind of this, and I took this as a remixed design, remixes it up a little bit, and created something like this out of it, right? And we're able to create and remix designs very easily. So again, that's our goal today in today's live stream, just teach you how to remix designs here. And so again, just as a preference, just gotta say it, we're not here to copy anyone's designs, but I am showing you how with AI you can remix designs that are already selling well into different things than what we currently see on Etsy. So definitely gotta say that. Again, AI really can't produce the same design twice anyway, but again, it's just all about how you use it. So let's just say, for instance, here, we know this shirt is doing well. Again, we're going to give, privacy to the shop owner. So, let that be said as it is. But let's just say this design is doing well, right? Born to fish, forced to work. And also to make sure whatever you're creating, especially when it comes down to phrases, it's not trademark phrases, but again, I'm just sharing with you examples. So again, how would we go about creating this? Let me know in the chat as well. How would you go about creating this? What has been your normal process of creating designs for t-shirts, Tumblr wraps, or whatever you're getting into? Do you still use Canva? I definitely want to know that. Do you still use Canva to create designs? Are you using Kittle to get the right text? And are you using places like Creative Fabrica to go find the fish or go find the elements? I would really love to know how are you creating your designs today? Because I'm telling you right now, my whole design process has changed with the power of AI. Like I said, back in the day, I definitely grabbed some text from Creative Fabrica. I grabbed some elements from there and kind of merged those things to create my own designs. But now my entire workflow is with AI. Number one, it's easier. Let's be honest, it's easier, right? We don't have to go and grab things from different angles, but it's also faster. We're able to create high quality designs in seconds. And so let me know in the chat, how are you creating your designs? Are you tapping into AI, or are you still, nothing wrong with creating it from scratch? Don't get me wrong, nothing wrong with that at all. I think, if you're able to do both, great. But I'm super curious, man, because, so many AI models out there, so many, tools out there to use. So anyway, let's get down to this real quick. Good to see Michael here this afternoon rather. He said he made it. Happy you made it, brother. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. So we're going to go ahead and click on this. And simply what I'm doing, you can't see it on my end, but I'm simply right clicking on my mouse. I'm going to select the button copy, is copy into my clipboard. As you would copy and paste anything, that's what we're going to do here. And I'm going to head over to the AI generator here, and I'm going to head over to this little button that says upload designs. Now, again, we're doing this live together. AI can be funny sometimes. It may not give us the right type of design, but I'm just showing you my workflow, my real-time workflow, so you understand how to do this. So I found a design that's doing well. I like this fish. I like the text. I go here, I copy the image. I'm heading over to AI generator. I'm going to head over to upload image. I'm going to head over to paste. I'm going to hit Control V because I'm a PC user, and it's going to paste in this image here. And here's the powerful thing that we utilize with this tool. If you were to do this right now with ChatGPT and upload this image into ChatGPT and say, hey, make a design, it's probably going to give you the whole person wearing the shirt, the whole mock-up image, including the design. But we utilize some AI tools to make sure that the AI knows not to give us the person wearing the shirt. We just want the design extracted from here so we can remix this further. So we're going to hit generate description, and it's going to give us a creative prompt. Now, guess what? You can utilize this prompt on whatever major AI software you use. You don't got to use it on Creative Prompt AI. You can use it for Kiddo, Ideogram, but we're using it today in-house for Creative Prompt because I think, with our model, it's going to be really good with design and really good with text. Okay. And so here we have the prompt, and this is the challenge that most people have, right? They don't know how to put, text into this area in order to get designs. And so this gave us a very complex prompt. You can see that it's describing exactly what the image is. It's describing, the type of color, the style, the type of text. You can see that it says born to fish, forced to work. It was smart enough to grab the text off of the product here. But notice here how we don't really have anything talking about the person or the male wearing the shirt. It's just extracting the design. Okay, so we uploaded our design that we found on Etsy. We grabbed the creative prompt. And so now we have an option. We can go and enhance this prompt even further with ChatGPT. We specifically added this here because sometimes the prompts you get may be, perfect for a Tumblr wrap, but it may not necessarily extract for a t-shirt. And so we make sure we put this here so that anything you add in here is going to be perfect for a t-shirt. Right now, we'll leave it where it is. We'll see what we gather as a result. But let me know if you have any questions down below. I would love to answer them for you. So we're going to set this to be 3/4. The reason why I put 3/4 is because this is the perfect size for a t-shirt, right? So 3/4 is great for t-shirts. I use this. 1:1 is perfect for Tumblr wraps, for just basic SVG or PNG designs. So I'm going to use 3/4 because it could be great for a t-shirt. Hit generate, and we'll see what we get as a result. All right, so here's what we gather as a result. I think that came out great. I mean, we're talking about the first time doing this with this prompt. This came out fantastic. Now, again, we could sell this because it's totally different from what we saw as the original, right? This is the original we saw. Again, different type of text being on the top and bottom with the fish in the middle. That's why I say this is really helpful, because you don't want to, create a copy of something that's already selling well. Number one, that's not right. Number two, it's not going to sell well. But the power of this tool is that it's going to give you a different variation, right? And this variation can be something that you sell, or you can go and remix this further to add in something different. And so again, this is our starting place here, but this is what we was able to gather And I think that came out extremely well. Different type of, font layout, but again, extremely helpful if you're trying to create products. All right, let me know in the comment section if this is helpful. Let me know in the comment section, how have you been creating designs for your shop? I would love to know that. So we have born to fish, forced to work. Number one thing that pops out to me. And again, if you have any questions, make sure you comment down. We'll definitely go over them in a few minutes. If you have any questions, I can answer them for you. But one thing that stands out to me, especially with somebody that has been playing with AI tools and playing with, ChatGPT and playing with some early models with different type of platforms, is that number one, it nailed the text, right? Not only did it get the text right, born to fish, forced to work, but also got, if you can see this a little bit, kind of got this texture to the text as well, which AI can do texture type of things as well. Distorted text, burned in text, so not only does it do text well, but we can actually, tell the AI to add in some texture to this. So extremely helpful. Got the fish, nailed the fish down. I think that's perfect. Now, again, this is all about finding best-selling products and remixing them into our own design. And so we're definitely going to remix this. But again, we can sell this on our shop. PNG product, sell this as a t-shirt product, totally fine. One thing to note though, you do want to download this and upscale this. So it can be perfect to sell. But other than that, I think this came out pretty well. Now, one thing we're also going to do here is that, say if, again, we have this design, but we want to go further and remix this into our own unique design. Maybe we want to change the text up a little bit. We can go ahead and do that very easily right in this bottom section here where it says remix prompt and generate new image. So what this box tells me when this is logged in, purple, it says remix from the original prompt. So essentially that means that we can remix from this prompt that gathered this design. And once we start creating more remix prompts, then we can remix from the latest prompt, which is very powerful if you want to have consistency with your designs. If you're selling, like I said, group t-shirts, I just did a video on that, selling group t-shirts with this groovy type of text. If you're trying to remix the prompt and you land on a nice remix prompt, then you can remix the latest remix prompt so you can have a level of consistency. And so that's why we enabled that, but that's very helpful as well. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and remix this up. So we're going to select this to be remix original prompt. I think we're simply going to change the text up a little bit. And so, we can go into Etsy again, and we can go in here and then find what are some popular phrases, right, for those who are buying a fishing shirt. We can do that. We can go in here and say, hey, make this focus on retirement. We can go in here and let AI create the text for us. So that's what we're going to do here. So let's go ahead and put in some prompts here to remix the original design. So this is what first of all, just walk you through what I'm doing here. I like to tell the AI to keep the same style, right? If I know that this style is doing well, if I know the text is doing well, then I like to keep it as it is, because I just want to change maybe the text, maybe the element in the middle. And so I like to tell the AI, keep the same style, but just change the text to be this text, or focus on, like we're going to put in here, retirement. And a little side note too, do you know, for Mac users and PC users, you can actually utilize your microphone on your laptop, or you got a microphone on your computer, and talk text into anything really that has an open box for you to text. I do that a lot, right? I talk text things out, just quicker, just easier. Conversational language is totally fine, but you're able to get these type of remixes as well. So don't be afraid, like you have to be extremely, precise and have eloquent speech to get the text down, to get a nice prompt. Just talk to it like you would, or type in like you would. You texting somebody here. The more descriptive you are with your remix and what you expect, the better the AI is going to, be for you. And so again, we didn't tell it to put any, specific phrases. We just said, make this for retirement, right? Keep the same style, but change the text to focus on retirement. Again, we'll see what we get as a result. We're going to hit apply remix, right? And the first thing it's going to do is that it's going to tell us what the remix prompt is before we generate an image. This is helpful to me, in my opinion, because if it has any words that just don't seem right, or maybe it's not getting the phrase right or the style right, I can go in here, I can make some manual changes, I can hit edit, go in here and change this up, and I can, make the human change, the manual change with the AI. Right now, I can go over this and read this and see that even though I said make this for a retirement shirt, right, make the text for somebody like retirement, it gave me this text. Again, retired and reeling in the memories. So here's the thing. Another, side note, powerful side note here is that this is great to do if you don't know what phrase to put in. Maybe you're creating a teacher shirt, or maybe you're creating a retirement shirt, or a fishing shirt, or a dancing mom shirt. You get so many different niches, right? One of the things that's selling well, I believe, is phrases, right? Personalization, but also phrases. So there might be phrases that are selling well, but then there might be phrases where you're like, I don't know what phrase to put, but I want something focused on back to school. You can simply put it into the AI, make this about back to school, like we did here, make the text about retirement. And it was able to extract for us a really good phrase that I think could do great on a shirt: retired and reeling in the memories. It knew that it was a fishing shirt. It knew that we wanted to put this for retirement, and it was able to do that. Now, the image is not going to be the same, but we're going to get another variation with our text now into place. So we're going to hit generate image from Remix. Good to see Graham here as well. Graham says, yo, I have a question. I took screenshots of mockups from the Etsy store and removed the graphics on the t-shirt, and now I get the mock-ups to use. Will this work for Etsy, or will I get banned? So let me just try to figure out Graham's question real quick before we glean into the change here. Graham said, once again, try to bring this up a little bit bigger here. He says, I took screenshots of mock-ups from the Etsy store and removed the graphics on the t-shirt, and now I got the mock-up to use. Yeah, to be honest, Graham, I wouldn't do that. It seems like, maybe if I'm missing out on your statement, but it seems like your question, it seemed like you grabbed a t-shirt design from Etsy and you just want the mock-up they're using, and it seemed like you just removed the graphic but got the t-shirt. Is that fair use? I would say no, because you didn't buy the mock-up image, right? And mock-ups are very cheap. I think like $1 or $2, maybe $5 at most on Etsy. So I would just encourage you, all right? Just buy the mock-up outright, and then you can always have it for designs you use, and definitely I say move forward on that. So yeah, I would definitely say just buy it, right? But definitely good question. You got any more questions, definitely drop them in here. All right, so let's see what we got as a result. Again, notice here, it got our text right. It says retire and reeling in the memories. This is a fantastic design. We can simply upload and start selling on our t-shirt product. And again, we were able to change that literally within seconds, right? We were able to tell AI, hey, listen, we want a remix product, keep the style, but change the text to be something focused on retirement, and literally within a couple seconds. And this AI model is very quick, as you can see. Like, I'm doing this live with you. It's not taking a long time. It literally takes, and I tracked it, take about 4 to 5 seconds max to generate a design. And so we were able to generate this, retired and reeling in the memories, still focusing on the retirement shirt that we added in here with the remix, but it's still bringing in those elements from, number one, our text style. It still brought in that distorted look with our text, right? And then it added in that fish that we know is a part of our original design. And just as a reference, this is what we started off with. We started off with this shirt that says born to fish, forced to work. That's what we began with. But again, in a couple of seconds, we were able to remix that into this design where it says retire and reeling in the memories. And so we can go back into the data. We can look at the numbers here on Etsy. Again, this product has been around for a very long time. We get it. It's been around for a couple of years now. But just in itself, it has sold over 6,000 products, right? Last 30 days, it sold 27. I'm quite sure this will always go up when it comes time for Christmas, because people are going to buy either designs to sell or the t-shirt they're going to purchase for their loved one. So the fishing niche is always going to be, I believe, trending. But again, we were able to utilize these as starting places to remix what we now have here. And you can see just how far we came from the original design. Like I said, born to fish, forced to work, how far we came from, the original to where we are now. And again, we can remix this further. we can put in a different fish. We can put some more color in here if we wanted to, but that's just really easy to do. So if you have any questions, definitely, ask away. If you do want to check this out, this tool is within inside of my membership community. Again, you get 150 credits a month to design. And so again, that's 150 designs you can make right now that can sell well, and tons of training, tons of coaching, because it's tons of online communication as well with our members. So a lot here. Now, here's another side note that we're going to do as well in this live training. It's not only are we going to create or remix designs, but one of the areas where I think a lot of people struggle is, okay, great, I have a design, but what do I do from here? What do I do with this, especially if I'm struggling with my titles and my tags? The cool thing about this is, and we'll do this simultaneously here at the same time, we have created something called my smart SEO tool, where literally only thing you have to do here is select your product category. Like I say, we're going to focus on t-shirts. You can put in your niche key phrases, which sometimes I get my niche key phrases from kind of this area here. If I'm working on a different variation, I could put in my niche key phrases here, and then it would give me titles and tags that are perfect to sell and for your Etsy listings. This is my proven and tested title structure that has made me thousands of sales. And the only thing you have to do here is put in, like I shared with you here. If I put in, for instance, here, I'm going to put in fishing dad. Say if I'm focused on a fishing dad shirt, all I have to do here is go to Smart SEO, select t-shirt as my product category. I put in just some niche terms. I'm just going to put in fishing dad for now, only one term. And when I hit generate t-shirt, listing, it's going to give me 2 title variations, 1 keyword set for my 13 tags, and a first line packed with SEO for my description box, because all those things matter. My title matter, my tags matter, and my description matter. So it takes care of all of that, right? And so we designed a shirt. Now we're utilizing SEO to do our titles and tags for the shirt. So again, all the thing we put in here was fishing dad, but notice how it used some terminologies that's tied for fishing dad. So fishing dad shirts for anglers, that's a popular phrase in the fishing niche. Fisherman tee, we didn't put fisherman, we put fishing dad, but it was smart enough to know we're in the fishing niche. So it brought up other niche key phrases that we missed that could be great for our t-shirt product. So it says fishing tee, gift for fishing lovers. We didn't put fishing lovers, but again, it was smart enough to know what niche are we creating for. And then it extracted other niche key phrases that someone will be typing in. Again, helps your listing be automatically more visible on Etsy with these keywords in your titles and tags. So dad angler t-shirt, funny fishing dad tee. We didn't put funny, but they get the point. Fisherman gift shirt, and we can go in here and make any manual changes. We can hit regenerate, give us some new titles and tags, but I give you title variation 1, title variation 2, because again, you never know which order of things is going to sell well. And so I like to have options, right? I like to have options here. And you have your Etsy tags. Etsy tags, look, this is perfect in my opinion, because Etsy tags can be a struggle for people, but it was able to incorporate 2 things that matter when I try to create my tags, if I can talk today. I like to add in my product category in different ways. So what product category are we selling for? T-shirts. There's multiple ways to talk about a t-shirt. You can put T space shirt, T dash shirt, the word T-E-E-T. So I like to have multiple product category phrases in my tags, also my title. But I also like to make sure that I also have many different variations of how I'm going to communicate my niche key phrase. Like, what is it? Yeah, it's a t-shirt, but like, who is it for? I like to have many different phrases. So the Smart SEO was able to do both of those, as you see, within a couple of seconds, following Etsy rules of 13 tags. Fishing dad, angler tee, fisherman gift, fisherman t-shirt, fishing dad gift, and all the above here. So very powerful here. And we have our first line of our description, which is packed with SEO, which SEO already told us this is kind of what they're looking for with our listing description, right? So this says fishing dad shirt is perfect for a passionate angler and makes a great gift for anyone who loves fishing adventures. Perfect. I can copy this, put this on my Etsy listing, be ready to go within seconds, right? So Graham said, is free trial available for this app? Nope. This app right now, Graham, is a part of my Etsy membership community. Again, we're launching there first and then launching to the public. So if you do want to get that access, it is right now baked into my Etsy community. You get coaching, you get daily AI prompts, you get access to all of our tools. Again, I'm only talking about 2 here, but we have about 5 AI tools embedded within this application here. So a lot of things there. You can cancel anytime, but definitely encourage you, if you do want to try it out, if you want to get into it and try out what I'm doing here, definitely jump into my membership. So a little side note too, very quickly here, we have our design that we created, right? Retired and reeling in the memories. We can download this, upscale this, get ready to set us on our product. One thing I want to share with you, how easy it is to grab titles and tags just from the image. So again, we're talking about, remixing or redesigning the best-selling products. But then we're going a step further in finding immediately, right, the titles and tags we can use. And all these things are going to get us, like I said, 98% of the way there, which again, if we didn't make any changes, we can't. So let's just say this shirt is done. I got this ready to go. Now I just need to, upload this into my Etsy shop. I'm there now. Now I have the blank title, the blank tags, blank description for my product, at least for the first line. What do I do then? The only thing you got to do here is just literally copy your image. And you can do this if you already have things posted on Etsy. But all I'm doing here is copying my image here of my design. I'm going to refresh this, clear this out. Head over to Smart SEO. I'm going to go into t-shirts. And before we was over here, right, putting in, manually our niche key phrases. But now the only thing we got to do is just skip that. And we can go over here and upload our design, because I pasted mine in. I'm going to hit paste from clipboard, and boom, it says, will you allow it? Now I allowed it. And there's my shirt. And what the Smart SEO tool is going to do is that it's going to look at my text, look at the phrase, look at the element, and it's going to identify on its own niche key phrases that could be suitable for my titles and tags for this listing, still following the Etsy rules for titles and tags and descriptions. So again, all I did here was simply uploaded the image we created. We have it here. I'm going to generate t-shirt listing for the titles and tags, and within a couple of seconds, like, this video is not cut up, this is live. You're watching it live with me. You're getting the right time frame with me on all these applications. You can see this is very quick. And this is what it was able to do. It was able to identify, because we just uploaded the design. It was able to identify that this is a retirement fishing shirt. That's exactly what it is. We already know anglers is a terminology for those who love fishing, but it was able to extract the text and who it is for. It says retirement fishing shirt for anglers. That's a term for fishermen. Retired fisherman tee. Again, we didn't put any words in here. It's just extracted from the image. Gift for fishing lovers. Catch this. It was able to catch our phrase, reeling memories t-shirt, funny fishing shirt. I mean, and it's utilizing as many characters as possible, right? Etsy gives us 140 characters to use for our title. It's, we taught the AI to use as much of the title as possible with a full, complete sentence structure, and it was able to do that, right? So here's the part, right? A lot of people try to create titles. Sometimes they're too short. Sometimes they don't know what to put, so they keep repeating the same word over and over again. But we don't have any repeated thing in here, right? It's all different niche key phrases, different category key phrases. But this title is 100% ready to go, right? We can make manual changes if we want, but this is 100% ready to go, all based upon an image, our image we just created. So powerful tool here. Good to see Barbara here with us. Barbara says, always love your videos. They are so informative. I appreciate that, Barbara. Thank you so much for that. Barbara is inside of our membership, doing extremely well also with these tools. So we were able to create, again, titles and tags. We see our tags here as well. Retirement shirt, fishing tee. Again, some of the same things we saw with the other one. The main point here is that we didn't type anything in. We just simply uploaded the image, and it was able to extract this. So again, that's how I would pair my workflow, right? Find top trending designs, go in here, upload it, get the prompt, right? Like we gathered here, remix the prompt to fit something we think will sell well based upon, right, best-selling products. Fishing niche is selling well. We know retirement shirts are selling well. We got the design, great, download it, upscale it, upload it to Etsy. But then we go in here and plug that same design into Smart SEO to get our titles and tags, copy them, paste them up on our listing. And now, literally, like, I don't know how long it takes you to do, list products. I don't know how long it takes you to find top selling products. I don't know how long it takes you to do your titles and tags or just generate AI products. But as you can see here, without me explaining anything, right, you can see how quickly your workflow can be done in regards to getting things up in your shop, right? So helpful there. Hey, if you have any questions, let me know. We're going to keep playing around with some prompts here. And this is what I'll do. I'll go ahead and actually, publish this or another version of this to my templates. And so if you are in the membership or if you're utilizing this tool, you'll get access to another version of this that you can definitely create and sell, and we'll definitely post this up here. Here's another version of this as well. A little side note too, this is great for you all who are creating bundles. As you can see, we were able to get another version of this simply by clicking the remix again button here at the bottom. So if you're creating bundles, or if you're creating t-shirts that are focused on different family members, and you want to maybe have different type of phrases at the bottom, but you want to have a level of consistency, or maybe you're going to personally put in that personalization, but you want there to be different style shirts, simply hit regenerate again, and you'll see it keeping the same style, keeping the same focus, got the text right, and now you're able to utilize this. So again, check out the prompts that we have. And again, if you have any questions, now it's time to ask, because we'll definitely get into our next design. All right, so this is what we'll do. We'll do one last prompt here today, and I'm going to share with you how to change up a prompt from one that we already have. So let's just say, for instance, we're going to start with this one here. We're going to remix from this prompt here, and I'm just going to share with you how to remix prompts that we already have. Now, let's just say this is a design we would definitely want to create. But let's just say, for instance, we don't want the American flag with the bass fishing. Maybe if we want to change this entire thing into a boat. Say we're doing this for a person who loves fishing, but we definitely want to change this into maybe a yacht, maybe a boat. The only thing we have to do here before we close out is tell the AI, all right, so we simply told the AI here, keep the same style as the flag. So again, if you landed on a style you like, a style you enjoy, keep that as it is. But if you want to change it into something else, this is the prompt that you'll use. So we simply said, keep the same style as the flag, just change this into a boat. Again, it's going to keep the same style, change it to a boat. We see the original prompt here. We're going to apply the remix of this design here. Again, it's always going to show us the prompt before we generate a new image. Again, if everything looks good here, we'll go ahead and change it. We'll do this together. Sometimes AI can do it well. Sometimes it's a little challenging, but we'll see what we gather as a result. All right, and this is what we were able to do. I mean, it's definitely bringing in the same style. It's definitely bringing in the same colors. That's what we talked about, keep the same style. And it gave us this here. Again, the more descriptive you are with your remix prompt, the better it's going to be. We can always hit generate again. Again, we can see exactly what it's going to create because this is the exact prompt. And so we're able to get another image as well. If we do want to change and go back to the original, we can click on this button here and change from original prompt. We can say the same thing. We're going to say keep the same style with the American flag. Change to a deer, right? So maybe we're focusing on the hunting niche. We're going to hit generate new image again, or generate remix very quickly here. We were able to change this into a deer, as you can see, still bringing in the trees, the elements, the fish. We'll hit generate design from remix here. And again, as you can see, couple seconds, that came out well. That came out extremely well, in my opinion. So again, there's opportunities for you to go even further into these designs, remix them further, and it could be a great product for you to create and sell. So if you do want to get access to this, again, I'll make sure to leave all the details down in my description box below. Check out the membership, and I can't wait to see you on the next training that you can learn and grow with us and start selling these products as well. Again, if you have any questions, make sure you comment them down below. I'll be happy to answer all of them for you. And as always, my friends, I'll see you in the next video.